If you have been wondering what causes sickle cell anemia, I'll tell you now.
Welcome to Ask a Geneticist with Mpoto
It's
Pius.
caused by your genes. Everyone has 2 copies of those genes that can cause sickle cell disease. In normal people, those 2 genes are written as A. Some people are called carriers, which means they have 1 copy of the normal gene and 1 copy of the sickle gene, which is the abnormal gene, and they're called AS. Those people don't have sickle cell disease, but they carry one of the genes for sickle cell disease. Therefore, if they have children with somebody who also has that single copy of the disease, they may pass it on to their children. So what happens when somebody who has AS and another person who has AS have children together? Many of you who know someone who has sickle cell disease, and the characteristic is that they're always sick, they're always in hospital. And I'll explain to you why. For every pregnancy, the father gives 1 copy of his gene, the mother gives 1 copy of her gene, and those genes together make the child. If a father gives one of his A's and a mother gives one of her A, that child will be AA, normal. If in that pregnancy, however, the father gives one of his A, the mother gives her S, the child will be AS, a carrier. If, however, in that pregnancy, the father gives his S and the mother gives her S, this will come together and that child will be SS. This is the child that has sickle cell disease. This is how sickle cell forms. Now, why is sickle cell such a problem? In our blood, there's something called red blood cells, and those red blood cells are formed by genes. For people who have normal genes, the AA we mentioned before, their genes cause formation of normal red blood cells, normal round red blood cells, and this flows through the blood very easily without any problem. When people have sickle cell disease, their genes cause formation of red blood cells that are not fully round, they are curved, and that is what gives it the name sickle. It's like a sickle. These curved red blood cells, when they are going through the blood vessels, they pierce the vessels because of their pointed ends. This causes pain and agony and organ damage. Also, normal full red blood cells need the surface of the red blood cells to carry oxygen to different organs in the body. That's how we survive, that's how we thrive, that's how we stay healthy. People with sickle cell disease don't have the full red blood cells, which means their cells does not have enough space to carry oxygen and transport it around the body. So many times they suffer respiratory issues and they are constantly sick because they have limited supply of oxygen around the body. So think about this when you consider having children. Know your genotype. Knowing your genotype allows you to find out, am I AA, am I AS, or am I SS? If you are AA, you can marry somebody who is AS or AA. Even if you marry somebody who is SS, your children might end up being carriers, but they are not at risk. If you are AS, you can marry somebody who is AA, but please do not marry somebody who is AS, like yourself, and certainly do not marry anybody who is SS, because you are increasing the chance that your children might collect 2 copies of the SS faulty gene, and that can affect their quality of life. To find out more, follow our Facebook page to keep up with more sessions of Ask a Geneticist, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. See you next week.